If we look at December, the brand did approximately just shy of $9,000, so around 8K a month in revenue. This brand was making anywhere between 8 to 12K in monthly recurring revenue if they had really big months like Black Friday, for example. So if we look at November, they did just shy of $14,000 in sales. So this was considered quite a big month for them. And then if we look at our numbers in January, we did 12K in revenue. And then February, we did 22K. And then March, we did just shy of 26K with this brand. And if we look at that period when we were scaling just in between 13th and I believe the 19th here, which is approximately 30 days, you can see here that we did just shy of $33,000 for the brand. Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jack. I'm the founder here at Scenarius. We are an e-commerce growth agency that helps brands scale. In this week's video, we're going to walk you through how we took one of our brands from making 8K a month in monthly recurring revenue all the way up to 30K a month in just under 60 days. Okay, so how did we actually go from 8K to 30K in revenue in just under 60 days? So the first thing that I want to make abundantly clear is you're not going to be able to scale your e-commerce brand if you don't have a solid foundation. And with this brand specifically, we've been actually working with them 6 months prior to this kind of case study, if you will, to build a solid foundation for them. A lot of e-commerce brands want to scale instantly and want results instantly. And obviously with this case study, we're saying that we kind of went from 8K a month in revenue all the way up to 30K a month in 60 days. But it actually took 6 months of work before that of building a solid foundation for the brand, understanding the customer, understanding the messaging that's going to work in order to create scalable ads that got us from 8K to 30K a month in revenue. So I want you to think about building your brand in the same way you want to build a tall skyscraper. The first thing you want to do is actually dig a hole deep into the ground so that you can build a solid foundation that's going to withstand the loads as you build that building upwards. So you want to think of that analogy when you're building your e-commerce brand. Before you actually scale, you need to be able to build a solid foundation, which consists of, first of all, an actual product that has product market fit. Again, this is something that comes up a lot. There's a lot of founders out there who have raised money, who have really great websites, who have really great e-commerce brands on the surface, but the product hasn't been proven in the market. So you want a great product, you want a solid social media presence, you actually want to go and do proper customer research in the form of customer surveys. You want to understand what's the messaging that's going to resonate the most with your customer. What are you actually selling? What are you actually selling with your product? And the answer to that comes from the customer, as opposed to you making your own assumptions about what features your customers care about, etc. You also want to do competitor research. You want to understand what other competitors exist in the market at the moment and what sort of messaging is working for them and why is it working, and is there anything that they're missing that you have a competitive advantage in that you can make use of in order to create more powerful ads and outcompete them in the market. Now, once you've built a solid foundation, what's actually going to get you from making 8K a month in revenue up to 30K all the way up to 100K a month in revenue is really going to be the customer acquisition channels that you have. In this case, with this case study, most of the revenue we attributed to the brand actually came from only one ad that we created. And this brings me on to my next point. As opposed to trying to just test Facebook ads, which is kind of the buzzword that people throw around, which is, you have to test everything. I would implore you instead to actually figure out what is it about ads that convert and how can I create ads that convert. With this case study in specific, we didn't test a lot of ads. We only launched one variation of the ad that worked, and we were able to scale and generate those numbers just off of one ad. That's because we understood our customer, we understood what the messaging needs to be, and we understood what it takes from a storytelling perspective to create an ad that's going to actually grab the attention of the consumer, and by the end of watching that ad, they're going to be heavily incentivized, let's say, to purchase, or it's gonna create the desire in them to purchase the product. So you can read books like Breakthrough Advertising. You can watch some of our own content on how we actually, the process we use to actually create converting ads, and really understand with your own product, what is it about my ad that's actually going to convert people into paying customers, and how can I get that content, and how can I create those ads. The final thing that helped us scale again from 8K to 30K a month in 60 days was being able to tap into other markets that the brand hasn't tapped into. So for example, if you're selling in the US, think about opening your shipping up to Canada, to Mexico, even the entire South America, the entire region of South America. And what that will allow you to do is just scale horizontally and scale to more people. And with your Facebook ads, it will allow the algorithm to find more people that are more likely to convert on your products. And we found a lot of success with that by just broadening our audience, tapping into other markets that the brand hasn't tried to tap into before. And we were able to find pockets of people that were really interested in our products, and it helped us scale the ad beyond what we would have otherwise. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, just to summarize what we talked about, the way we were able to go from 8K to 30K a month in revenue in just under 60 days was down to three things. The first thing was building a solid foundation for the brand. Again, although we scaled in only 60 days, there was, as I said, 6 months of prep work in terms of understanding the customer, doing customer research, competitor research, testing a few variations of the ads, seeing what's working, what isn't, until we were able to hit a nerve in the market and scale kind of quite quickly. The second thing that you want to do is really learn about what is it about your ads that actually convert. How do you actually create ads that convert, and stop wasting your budget and just testing ads because that's what you heard people online tell you to do, which is, test everything and that sort of thing. I would implore you to actually learn about what it takes to make ads that convert, and pursue that, and pursue kind of your gut thinking of what you think is going to convert with your ads. The third and final thing that we talked about is tapping into other audiences that you haven't tapped into, broadening your shipping to other countries. For example, if you're selling in North America, Canada, Mexico, South America, etc. And all of these things play a role when you're trying to scale a brand quite quickly. So if you're watching this and you're an e-commerce brand that's making somewhere around 10K per month and want to learn how you can scale and do the same, what I'm going to do is leave a link in the description where you can apply to work with us. Again, because we offer such a tailored service to our clients, we can only take a limited amount of clients at any given time, and we have one slot available. So if you are an e-commerce brand, again, that's making around 10K per month and want to learn how you can scale with us, I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can apply to work with us. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.